Chapter 7. The Interrogation of Hiram Tolliver. Still unconscious, Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose string. The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan. One thing was certain, they couldn't just let Mr. Tolliver go. They needed to know what he was doing in Luca's house. After some deliberation, it was decided.
They run the classic good cop, blank cop. Good cop, chill cop, or good cop, hard cop?
Chill.
They'd run the classic good cop, chill cop interrogation.
I'll handle this. Just gotta play it cool.
Luca walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times. Mr. Tolliver shook his head, gathering his wits.
Golly, I sure got my bell rung.
He looked over to find Luca, who returned a calming grin.
Sorry, Mr. Tolliver. This was all a big mistake.
Luca, what's going on here? Why do you have me strapped down?
No one's fault, really. Rollo just got a little startled.
Rolo's here?
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave.
Oh, alright. Mistakes happen. You kids gave old Hiram a good scare. Let's just get me out of these ropes and call it even.
Luca glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
Mr. Tolliver, why are you in my grand's basement?
I'm here to help, of course.
Help with what? What's my grand up to?
He'll just cut me loose, I can show you.
How do I know we can trust you?
Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment.
Luca, have I ever done wrong by you?
No.
And since your grand moved to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming?
Yeah.
So why would I turn my back on your family now?
It's just... all this stuff seems pretty weird. A board with names of people from town. An archive of my dad's old disturbing patient notes.
Luca gestured to the corner.
Barrels of explosives.
I can explain everything. You just need to untie me. You kids deserve an explanation.
Luca looked again to Rollo and Beck. This time they shrugged. Luca began to slowly loosen the bindings. Mr. Tolliver gently rubbed his wrists.
That's a good lad. This'll all make sense in time.
He edged imperceptibly toward the stairs as he spoke.
You see, this town has secrets, Luca. A very dark past indeed.
Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light switch.
A past that must be brought to...
He punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs.
light. Son of a...
Beck darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
He just locked us down here.
Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door.
I wasn't lying, you know. This is for your own good. You kids just keep tight down there. Let the adults handle this.
They looked bewildered at each other.
Play it cool, huh?
Not now, Beck.
They heard the staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house. The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town. Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. The end. Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in a basement. Back to the drawing board.
So good cop, hard cop is not the way. Just seeing if there's any other options. Nope.
Like there was fight.
Yeah. Might as well figure out what's going on this side.
They'd run the classic good cop, hard cop interrogation. Rollo brandished a steely gaze. I've got this. Read about it 100 times. Rollo swaggered past the chair which propped up the slumping Hiram Tolliver. Without even looking at his captive, he began with a long, blustery drawl.
Well, Mr. Tolliver.
Mr. Tolliver remained motionless. Rollo spun around to face him. He'd clearly expected to rouse Mr. Tolliver with his booming voice.
Mr. Tolliver.
Beck and Luca gave each other an unsure glance. Rollo slammed his fist on the table.
I said, Mr. Tolliver.
He grabbed the table lamp and beamed it onto the unconscious face. Mr. Tolliver groaned and slowly lifted his head. He recoiled with a muddled, weary squint.
What in the world?
The chair wobbled as he attempted to straighten up.
Who's there?
Mr. Tolliver could only make out rough shapes through the glaring light. With a gruff tone, Rollo hoped to both conceal his voice and intimidate.
I'll be asking the questions here, punk. Now hold on, let's just calm down. Oh, I am calm. Calm as a carrot in dirt. As for you, looks like you're sweating.
The doubtful expression on Beck and Luca's faces transformed into awe.
We can do this my way, or... Well, let's just say I've never needed another way.
Rollo, hitting his stride, was now channeling every detective trope his memory could recall. He slammed the table again.
Now dance. What? I don't even...
Mr. Tolliver's voice became desperate. He was nearly in tears.
You've tied me down. How on earth could I dance? Dance with your mouth, punk. Spill the beans. What are you doing poking around this house? I'm here to help Juniper. To make sure everything's ready. Oh, so you're in cahoots with Gran. Gran?
Mr. Tolliver was in a daze, now more confused than ever.
Gonna help her blow up the festival, eh? Blow up the festival? Good
He
lord.
shook his head, feeling more and more dizzy.
No, you got it all wrong. Where is she now? She's headed to the source. Source? What's the source? It's where
His voice faded to a whisper.
the town began. Or it all began. What is Operation Sparkplug?
With that, Mr. Tolliver passed out cold. Rollo swung around with a repentant grimace.
Dang, Rollo. Think you went a little too hard on him.
What did he say about the source?
It's where the town began? Needed information. Yeah, but we better not push Mr. Tolliver any further. Is there anyone else who might know more? What about the History Museum? Just got set up for the festival.
Nah, that
oh.
tent went. Now that tent was put up by the Valentines. Everything they do is just a bunch of fluff to glorify themselves.
Is there anything more reliable?
The library. If there's any information about this source thing, Kato can help us find it. Let's go get some answers.
Oh, we can't talk to him. Nothing up here? No difference when we got friends. Check the new editions. Check the history books. Nothing. Okay. Just had to make sure. This is a dang nice library. Thanks. We work hard on it. Aren't you a little young to be a librarian? Oh,
Cuddle hung out here so much eventually they gave him a set of keys.
I just keep an eye on the place for Miss Novak sometimes. They got you working for free? It's quiet and I get access to all the books I could read. What more can a person want? Fair enough. What can I do for you all?
We need a favor.
I already told you with Rolo. I can't put you any higher on the wait list for the next Hank Atomic. If you're here with more candy, I'll have you know I can't be bought. Call it a personal code of conscience.
Actually, we're looking to do some research.
Now you're speaking my language. What are you looking for?
That's the thing. We sorta don't know.
What do you got on the history of the town? This is a county record archive.
What's in those?
Births, deaths, newspaper clippings, stuff like that. Pretty boring read. They do go all the way back to when the town was founded.
Great, we'll start there.
Chapter 8.
Whoa, chapter 8.
6 feet under, 3 towns over. The kids spent the rest of the afternoon combing through dusty piles of old county records, desperately searching for anything that could help them make sense of Mr. Tolliver's cryptic utterance. Luca tried to shake the thought of Gran's basement, but his focus wavered. Explosives, messages hidden in jam, dossiers on various town figures, and a corkboard threaded with photos. Gran was the only family he had left. He still couldn't bring himself to believe the worst. But the old map with the symbol of explosives in town square made that difficult. As the sun began to set, the kids were no closer to the truth.
I have to read any more records, my eyeballs are gonna pop.
We have to keep digging.
If I dig another word, I'm gonna end up in one of those asinine death records. Rollo Cotter lived a full and wonderful life, till he read so much boring crud that his brain oozed out of his ears.
Rollo shut his book with an assertive nod.
If you've got a better idea, spit it out. You sound like my sister. Keep pushing your luck, pal. It won't be boring county records that kill you. I'll put you in the obituaries myself.
Rollo muttered under his breath.
You're a county record. Really? That's the best you've got? I'm done with you. You'll be the footnote in history. Just like
Beck slammed her finger down on the open page before glancing down to read.
J. Hartford here. I'd love to see you try.
Hey. We're all a little tired here. Let's just take a minute and...
Something tickled the back of Luca's mind.
Wait, what was that name, Beck?
In the obit? J. Hartford. From the Brookville Tribune, 8 years ago.
That can't be right.
What is it?
J. Hartford. That's my grand's name. Juniper Hartford.
Maybe there were 2 J. Hartfords?
Mrs. Hartford is survived by her young daughter, E. Hartford. My mom's name is Eleanor.
Okay, this is getting creepy. If your gran is 6 feet under, 3 towns over...
Then who am I living living with?
The question hung in the air.
All right, gang, I gotta close up for the night.
Beck rubbed her eyes.
How late is it? Almost 10. Oh crap, Pa's gonna kill me. I gotta go. Yeah, my parents will be worried sick.
Okay, let's meet up as early as we can at the festival tomorrow.
What are you gonna do about the unconscious man in your basement?
Oh no. I'll think of something.
Luca's heart was pounding as he approached the house. If he was lucky, Gran, or whoever it was, hadn't gotten back yet. And of course, there was Mr. Tolliver tied up and unconscious in the basement. Dealing with him would be the first order of business. Luca shook out his arms to calm his nerves before entering.
Uh-oh.
He held perfectly still, tempering his breath, and listened closely. She was asleep. His only hope was that she hadn't found Mr. Tolliver before dozing off.
Check on Mr. Tolliver. Let me go poke her.
Well, she seemed to love you. So you gotta be related, you know?
Either that or she's just been here long enough. Taken care of you long enough.
What?
She just feels bad.
No way. Oh
Uh-oh.
no. Oh no.
Mr. Tolliver was nowhere to be seen.
Maybe he woke up, escaped from his bindings, and left without a trace.
Or maybe Gran knew everything.
What do I do?
Luca's hungry stomach groaned. Not realizing it, he'd gone the entire day without eating.
Okay, I can figure this out. Just need a little brain food.
Luca rushed over to the pile of jam jars, unscrewed one, and shoveled a handful into his mouth.
I'm afraid your jam delivery will be delayed.
He flipped the lid to read the label.
Mr. Nuncreed, hehe. Okay, now I can think. So if Gran knows we tied up Mr. Tolliver, I'm screwed. If she doesn't know, then I need to play it cool. I guess the only option is to go to bed and act if nothing is wrong. Gran will think Mr. Tolliver finished what he was sent to do and left when he was done.
Oh, goodness. If Gran's not in this room, let me go check the backyard area. So I'm too scared to go into that other room. If she's just not there. Whoo, spooky. I think maybe I should just open this up and leave it open. Oh no.
Oh no. Gran? Okay, stick to the plan. Go to bed and play it cool.
Play it cool, guys.
As Luca climbed the final stair, the emotion of the day dragged heavily on him. With each consecutive step, his legs weakened. His stride began to falter. He tried to grab for the railing to steady himself. Something was wrong.
Oh, it's the jam, not jam.
Oh. Come on, legs. Just a few more steps.
Luca groaned and tried to move. His limbs might as well have been bolted to the ground. Through numb lips, he mumbled just before falling asleep.
The jam?
Oh no. Sweet boy. What did you get yourself into? Rest now. Let me handle everything.
Chapter 9. A speech to end all speeches.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed.
Luca awoke to find himself face down in bed. He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug him? Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncreed? Shaking the questions from his woozy head, Luca snapped back to the matter at hand.
The festival.
Anything extra?
Your gran probably know that you ate her jam.
Oh, yeah. Can't open that. Can't open that. Still open.
Oh, spook.
Anything new and exciting? Give it a couple of these. Just for good measure. Anything missing? Nope. Get a little morning snack. Gran's not out here.
Yeah.
Just gotta check all the areas. Gotta check all the corners. Still got his hat. Where have you been?
Gran put something in the jam.
Yeah, we know. Secret messages for secret conspirators.
Not this one. The one intended for Mr. Nuncreed. Put me to sleep.
Whoa, ho, ho. Sly devil.
Cute. I think she's trying to remove him from the equation. He might be in danger. Have you found anything?
Looked around, but haven't seen anything odd. Your Gran is nowhere to be found. Mr. Nuncreed is just loafing around waiting for the speech.
What speech?
Mayor Gus just got up to the podium. Everyone is gathering at the stage. Let's get moving. Ooh, everyone's here.
Oh, little bunnies.
Augustus Valentine nervously wiped his brow.
Bunnies. Is that
Family.
is the baby a bunny?
Oh, yeah.
Like one of those?
Oh, they
Was
made a bunch of
smaller?
bunnies.
Like a smaller one? That's cute.
Is this thing... hello, Beacon Pines. I am Augustus Valentine, your mayor, and... I suppose you already know that. Oh yes, before we get started, I just wanted to take a moment to recognize someone who couldn't be here today. This town wouldn't be where it is today without my father, Sharper Valentine. So I thought we could begin with a round of applause befitting such a great man. Even that's more than the old codger deserved.
Gus cleared his throat and awkwardly loosened his tie.
Right. Where was I?
William Kerr bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
Gus Valentine, everyone.
He gave Gus a hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage.
Let's hear it for our mayor. What a great turnout. Oh, heck, I didn't prepare anything. But I suppose I could say a few words. Would be a shame to waste such a beautiful podium.
Mr. Kerr pulled a thick stack of note cards out from his vest.
Community, conviction, commitment. These are things we celebrate at Perennial Harvest. For us, these are the pillars of the bridge to a better tomorrow. But I think it's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is a powerful thing. It's inexorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. And I am dadgum thankful for it. Change is the reason we're all together today. It's hard for me to believe that it was only 4 years ago when fate brought me here. A simple business trip which brought me to a small town which would change my life forever.
Mr. Kerr took a moment to survey the crowd.
You know what?
He wiped away a single tear.
From the second I set foot in Beacon Pines, something about this place has held me captive. You see, change represents opportunity. It represents potential. It was change that helped me recognize the potential of this place. To see that the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to the things that made them special.
He thumped the podium to emphasize each word.
Community, conviction, commitment, change.
Mr. Kerr nodded confidently, biting his lip. The crowd was silent, in rapt attention.
Fate made a perfect match that day. Nothing is more important to you all than community, and Perennial Harvest is a community first and foremost.
Mr. Kerr methodically made eye contact with each section of the crowd.
The only way you made it through the foul harvest was an unshakable conviction. A conviction that a better tomorrow was just over the horizon. Perennial Harvest was founded on the conviction that we are that horizon. The festival is a symbol of our commitment to each other.
His voice began to build to a crescendo.
We now walk hand in hand into a future we will shape together. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I'm tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. Uh-oh.
What was that?
The crowd began to look around nervously.
Don't worry, a little thunder isn't going to ruin this day. Everyone remain calm.
Mr. Kerr quickly flicked through his note cards.
Where was I? Through all of my travels, I have learned one true thing. One always reaps what they sow. We have all planted a lot of good in this town. And so it is with a happy heart that I can proclaim
He raised his hands up to the heavens.
our harvest awaits.
I knew it.
That's no good.
At that moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything it touched. For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end. On a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time. The end. There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything! Maybe we should just quit? Maybe you should just close the book, walk away, and never think of me again. No, I don't mean that. We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again. Please.
Doesn't look like there's many pages left.
Oh, look, you can be Sly Cop. Flight. At one point, we gotta go find a spot that has the fishing place so that we can see if we have the last bit of it.
But also, I think we should take a break.
Yeah. Bye-bye!